want to learn how to create a theme page or a faces page on TikTok. This information can be used for Instagram or YouTube. It's mainly going to be for TikTok, and it's out of my TikTok starter strategy checklist that you can get. I'll have it on the description down below, but let's dive right into it. I don't want to waste your time. Okay. Step number 1, create a new email. You literally can just go over, create whatever email you want. Let's say we're going to just use Gmail, for instance. You're going to click create new Gmail account. You're going to follow the steps. It's free. It's easy. You literally just put your name, your birth date, things like that. Follow the prompts that it's telling you to do. Create the new email. Now, I try to create the email and have the email match the username as best as possible, because remember, you're building a brand and it's professional to be able to have it kind of matching as best as possible. So if you're going to have companies, people, or brands reaching out to you, it's pretty professional to have the same type of username. Or since, like, think if you're building a brand like Nike, okay, you want the email to be able to match Nike. It's not going to just have a random name or a random email attached to it that looks like a bot activity. So think that brand mentality when you're building all of this, whether it's your account, the email on the back end, a website, a storefront, whatever you're trying to do. Make sure that it's all tied in together and matching, color-wise, font-wise. You want everything to look professional. But again, just because it's building a faces page, clip page, whatever it is, you still want it to be, in a sense, a brand that you're building on the back end. So create the new email. Once you have it created, you're going to go over to TikTok. If you're on a laptop or computer, just type in TikTok. If you're on a phone, just go to the TikTok app. You're going to click sign up. You're going to use that email that you just created. You're going to create follow the steps to create the account. I always tell people, make sure that you just keep the username, the logo, the bio, everything clear. Okay, it's best to keep things clear rather than clever, because you want your audience to know exactly what your account is about, whether they're looking at your username, whether they're looking at your bio, even before they even look at the content that you're putting out there. You want them to have an understanding of what your account is about, because if your bio or your username don't match, or your bio and your content that you're putting out doesn't match, it makes your viewers confused. And if the viewers confused, they're not going to follow, they're not going to want to engage with your page and things like that. You want everything to be clear and simple for them to understand, so that they can take the next step to follow your account and join your community. So you want it to be understanding. So here's some examples. Podcast breakdowns. That's pretty simple. It's literally just breaking down podcasts. AI wealth hacks. Simple. You're talking about AI. You're talking about AI wealth hacks. And this one's a good one because you could break it up into that 3 different ones, or multiple like sub niches. You could talk about AI by itself. You could talk about wealth. You can talk about wealth hacks. You can break those down into different sub niches, okay? But it's still very clear what the account is going to be about. Motivated mindset, a motivational page. Again, it can tie into podcasts, and it can tie into other clipping, YouTubers, AI motivation pages. It's very clear that it's going to be a motivational page. Now, I try to avoid numbers, and again, I try to keep it clean and simple so that my audience and viewers know exactly what my page is about. You can skip your profile picture and your bio for now, because right now, the first 24 hours, the entire process is just to warm up the account. You can put your profile picture, you can create your bio. It doesn't really matter. That's not it's not going to really affect your account as much. It's also not a very big, important priority at the moment. The important priority at the moment, once you created your account, is warming up your account. Okay. You are not going to be posting for the first 24 hours. So you're wanting to search up, do your research of type it in your niche or whatever your account's going to be about. You're going to follow 3 to 5 accounts in your niche. And even if you don't follow them, you're going to interact with them. So it's up to you if you want to follow them or not. I go back and forth on multiple different accounts. Some of them I do follow, some of them I don't. But either way, I'm interacting with the top 3 to 5 accounts in my niche, or I'm just searching up keywords. So if we're going to be using the, let's say, AI wealth hacks, I'm typing in AI. I'm typing in AI wealth. I'm typing in wealth hacks, and I'm engaging with the accounts that are in that niche. Okay. And then I'm going to be watching 5 to 10 full videos, as well as leaving a genuine comment on each of those posts. When I mean genuine comment, I am not copy and pasting the same comment on everything. The whole point of warming up your account is so that you're telling TikTok that you are not a bot account. So do not do bot activity like copy and pasting the same comment on every single post. Leave actual, like, valuable information that's going to add value to that post. So watch the video, find some value or information that you can add by putting that as your comment. This is also a great way of planting a seed so that when people are going to that page, your audience that is actually going to that page, and they see your comment, then they're going to want to check out your page. So you're planting a seed on somebody else's page for your followers and your audience that you're trying to reach to attract them to your page. I like to save videos, not only just using the save button, but I send videos to myself. So I can like DM myself. I'll just send it to myself, and I have this list of videos. So I don't have to do the whole researching 24/7. I just have kind of like a folder in my DMs that videos that I send to myself, that are inspiration or topics or clips that I want to be able to use and things like that. And so it's just a great way to kind of have everything organized. Okay. While you're warming up your account, you need to be analyzing the top accounts. Okay. Look at their bio, look at the way that their username and logos are structured, look at the content that they're using, look at the keywords that are being said in the video, the hashtags, look how they format their titles, look at everything. Like, you're going to study their content so that you can then use that for your own page. Now, you're not going to just strip and take the same videos and post them on your page. You take it as inspiration. You can then go look, if you want to use a clip, you go and look and get it from the original video in itself. So like if you're doing that podcast breakdowns, you're not going to take the clip that they made. You're going to go get the original clip for yourself from the podcast, and then you're going to create your own edits. I always tell people, so when it comes to like those podcast breakdowns or podcast niches, you don't have to be an expert when you're watching the entire videos of podcasts to be able to find the viral clip. You literally can search on TikTok that podcast or that niche of podcasts, and you can find the top viral videos that have already gone viral, and then you can go get that same clip. So they're doing all the work of showing you, okay, this is already proven to go viral at work. It's already got attention and engagement. I'm going to go get that same clip. I'm going to make my own edits, and then I'm going to put that on my page. That's the best possible way that you can start getting viral videos on your page without necessarily stealing people's content. Okay. You're still making your own edits, still making an original piece of content, so it's not copyrighted. And then you're just putting that on your own page, but you're already seeing what already works and not having to reinvent the wheel. And so you're already diving into viral videos and viral tactics and strategies that are already working. So you don't necessarily have to do the majority of the work. Okay. When I go into the filters, when I'm in my search bar on TikTok, this is what I do. I go to the most liked for the last 3 months, and then I'm looking at the top viral videos. And when I say viral videos, I look for ones that are at least over 100,000 views at a minimum. And then most likely the ones that I'm really aiming for are the ones that have already hit 1 million views. The reason I look for the ones that already hit 1 million views, one, it shows me that there's a lot of attention in that space. I'm looking at the content, but I'm also looking at the niche that I'm getting in to. It shows me there's a lot of attention. I could also see if it's been more than 3 months of viral videos, then I know there's a bit of longevity when it comes to this niche. It's not just a trending niche that's going to die off. Okay, you want to be in a niche that's going to be long term, so that you can continue to grow your page and be able to make money. That's the whole point. You're building a brand that lasts, not just a trending page that lasts for a week. Now, the reason I look for the ones that are majority in the million is because I call it kind of like the waterfall effect. That's really I was trying to find the correct term, waterfall effect. So I know if that video got a million views, it either can get 1 million views on my page, possibly more, but I know at least that it's going to crack over 100,000 views. So even if I post a video on my page, it may not exactly hit that same number, but it's still going to hit a high view count, and you still get the same amount of engagement on my page. So it kind of like trickles down a little bit. So I know there's a good range of the virality of the content if it's already at 1 million views. So at least look for ones that are above 100,000 views. At the most, maybe try looking at ones that are at 1 million views so that you can kind of get the waterfall effect for your own page. Now, for ones that when you're analyzing, looking for clips, look for the ones that are, high opinion, a question, something that drives reaction. You want to be able to get content on your page that get people to comment and to share. You can get people to comment and to share. That's going to drive more people to follow, and it's going to drive more views to your videos. The majority of the time, it's the hook, the first 3 seconds. 1 to 3 seconds is the key to making any video go viral. Now, you also want to be able to, if you're having the podcast or certain videos that are talking, captions are always good to have on your videos, because the majority of the time, people don't even listen with the volume on. So having captions is going to help still attract people to watch and read through your videos. Call to actions. If you have some sort of, product, digital product community, you want people to follow, you want people to share their opinion, tell them. People need to be told what to do, or they're not going to do anything. They're going to keep scrolling. So tell them, even if you have text on the screen in the back of your video, or if you even have it set in your video, call to action is necessary. Even if it's in the caption. Or another thing that I've been doing is I'll literally put it in the comment and stuff, so it looks like there's already a comment on the video, and so when people look at it, it's already the call to action, and then they can go ahead and see it. It also keeps people on the video a little bit longer because they're looking at the comment. So another little hack. Now, when it comes to creating your logo, very simple. This is not a crazy, like you should be spending a lot of time on this. It's a priority, but it's not like top priority. You literally can go on a Canva. This is why when I say you do your research and you analyze other profiles, look at their logos and then kind of like alter yours a little bit to your own personality, what you want, but like take inspiration from what already is out there. Again, keep it very simple. But you can go on Canva. It's free. Search up logos. They already have tons of, pre-made templates and logos that you can use, and just type in whatever your username. I like to, if I'm going to have podcast, we'll go back and use this as an example. If I'm going to have podcast breakdowns, I may even just keep that like as the logo. I literally will have podcast at the top and then breakdowns at the bottom. That would be my logo. Keep it very clear, simple, so when people are searching it up or even coming across your page, that they know exactly what it's about. You can even use ChatGPT image generator. Tell what your page is about. Maybe the niche, the topics, give it all the information, and it will generate a logo for you. Very easy. You shouldn't be spending hours on end trying to come up with the best logo for your page. Okay. I always tell people, get your username in, get your bio, get your page set up, get your logo on there. All that could be changed. It can. And to be honest, it doesn't really matter what's your username. To be honest, it doesn't matter what's your logo a whole lot. Sometimes when your bio, the thing that makes your page grow and build ultimately is the content that you put out. That's it. I've had accounts that didn't have the best username SEO wise, and yet they still have reached over 100,000 followers on those accounts, and they still went viral and they're still growing. Is there a lot of SEO behind it? A little bit, but not really, heavy on it. It's not a big priority because the content is what the priority is. So just get your page up and running, get your logo, get your username, the bio, all that, and then just focus on building the content and getting your page built by posting your content every single day. Now, again, here we're going to go into the SEO operation part of it. There is a bit of a priority, but it's not like major priority. I was just saying, content is the best way to get all your pages to grow. Now, there is a little bit of SEO, wording that you want to have in your bio. It helps with your username a little bit here, but mostly in your content, because people are searching up whatever your niche. They're searching up questions. It's like TikTok is a Google search engine. It's like that next level search engine. So people are putting in questions, topics, and things like that. And so you want your content to be able to pop up. And a lot of times it's all the keywords that you have inside your content. That's why I'm so focused on the content rather than your page in general, like your bio, username, because it's what your content is what pops up first. So when it comes to SEO, focus more on the content rather than just your page. Now, once your page is built, this is kind of more future videos that I'll talk over a little bit, but I'll share just a tad bit. Stand Store. Stand Store is a digital product storefront. Now, you can have like a community, you can have coaching, affiliate links, and things like that connected to your Stand Store. Majority of people know it for selling digital products. It's a great platform. It's well known, so it's not very scammy when people see a Stand Store in their bio. It shows actually the legitimate storefront, so people don't feel like it's going to be some scammy product. Now, you can have this up there. Depends on your theme page, your Faces page, or whatever your niche is about to be able to have digital products. Again, I'm going that into a more in-depth video outside of this one, but that is a great thing to have in your bio. Now, the majority of times for TikTok, the best way to get monetized is through the creativity program. Even TikTok shop is great because it's all in-app. It's easy. And it's just easier just to function with that. Having digital products and things like that, it depends on your Faceless page and your theme page, the niche that you're in to fully go into, and having your own back-end system and sales funnels and things like that that are actually going to get, sales for your products. But there's a little bit more that we'll go into later on. But a Stand Store, if you're looking to get into any type of digital products, the Stand Store is where it's at. Now, a quick little recap, okay? When you're getting started, this is what you're going to start with. You're going to start creating a new email, whether that's email, Outlook, Yahoo, Hotmail, whatever one you want to choose. You're going to take that new email and you're going to create a new TikTok account. You're going to use the first 24 hours of that account to not post and warm up your account by engaging and doing your research. You're going to look at the top niches in your account and you're going to analyze and study their page, their content, and everything about them. Okay. You're going to use Canva or ChatGPT to be able to create your logo, even maybe help out with your bio. You could even use ChatGPT to help out with your username. Okay. Do not spend so much time on that. It's not a big priority. Just get your page up and running and start posting your content after the 24 hours and you warm up your account. You got to make sure that your TikTok profile, the content in itself is optimized and having SEO, certain keywords. And then depending on, what's happening with your account or what niche that you're in, you can have a storefront, you can have that set up. But again, I wouldn't say that's high priority. The whole point right now is just to get your content up and growing it to be able to get to the 10,000 follower mark. That really should be your first goal, because having that as your goal, you get paid for the views. Once you hit there, along that journey, you'll be able to get into the TikTok affiliate program because you only need 5,000 followers. And then, depending on, again, your niche, you can have a digital product on the back end. But we'll go into that in another video. So if you want to be able to get the full Faceless TikTok theme page master checklist, I'll have it in the description below. It goes over everything that you possibly need, and even more videos and other things like that resources that you need to get started. So this is a video on how to actually build theme pages and get started. It's 2025. Theme pages have been around for years and going to continue to be around for even more time. They're not going anywhere. And I think they're the most slept on online business out there because, one, you can start this with $0. You don't need money at all to start theme pages. But they also have the highest reward, I believe, because you can get into making money with digital products on a back end system. You can get paid to me, I think Faces brands and pages and theme pages are just as high as personal brands. I know that sounds crazy, but you can get almost the same amount of benefits in monetization ways as a personal brand with Faces pages, and you don't even have to show your face. So I would say if you want to start, there's no better time like the present. If you need any more help, rewatch this video or get the checklist down below. That's up to you. I'm not going to force you to do anything that you don't want to do. And I'll see you on the next video.